League of Legends is very special to me. I was playing League for years. I was there for Faker's Worlds 2017. Yes, that was the first world that I watched. Yes, I am that young. Yes, my first world was when my GOAT completely lost a match and cried on stage. But he came back though, T1 #1 motherfucker. The first champ I really ever played was, and my favorite still is, Pantheon. You know, back then in the 2000s, I really loved Spartans at the time. You guys probably know the meme where it's, oh, you grew up in the 2000s, you either like Spartans, Samurais, Knights, or Pirates, right? Of course, I liked all of them, I'm a fucking nerd. Spartans was the coolest to me. Of course, I liked them all, not Pirates necessarily, but yeah, I loved them all. And of course, you guys might know probably, if you grew up at the same time as me, probably know the 300 movie, you know, Zack Snyder and you know, this is Sparta and all those, you know, masculinity, brutal, glory, gory, cool stuff. That was all fake, by the way. They were actually homo as fuck. First off, he was a human named Atreus, not like well, it is like the Greek name, you know, but not the same Greek character in the mythology where it's like a big old soldier. It's not like, it's kind of like that, like the wife. But yeah, his name was Atreus, and essentially he climbed a mountain to attain the power of godhood. Climbed the mountain, lost his best friend in the process, attained the power of godhood, went into the city of gods essentially in Targon, and became the celestial aspect of war. Well, he died while fighting a demigod, came back, and is now on his way to fight a literal space dragon that created the world of League of Legends. And his theme song is this. And his gameplay is so f***ing fun. Stacked attacks to empower his ability. On-click stun that negates almost every damage with his E. Wait, you think I'm gonna talk about the gameplay of a game that essentially ruined my life, fuel my self-hatred for me to the best of my ability? No. F God. Strap the new seatbelts. Look to your left and you might see a beautiful ancient city with the power of gods and rich history. Look to your right and you might see some goofy ass pirates and many more wonderful sights to see. That's right, motherfuckers, we're going to Runeterra. Hi. This video I'm just going through my love for the entirety of League of Legends media, you know, from the lore, the music, the stories, the esports. Yes, the esports. I'm single, how can you tell? So, first off, what is Runeterra? Runeterra is where the world of League of Legends is from. So you got the game League of Legends, and then you got the world of Runeterra, which they kind of coexist. Because if there's no League of Legends, then there's no Runeterra. Got it? Cool, that's the basic stuff, alright? Now let me show you the entirety of Runeterra. It's massive. I love it. Alright, so... Whew. The world of Runeterra is filled to the brim with magical creatures, cities with their own cultures and traditions, actual legit, the Grim Reaper, living demigods infused in weapons, wars, little aliens, void creatures they're called, and there are legit the aliens from The Thing, but on a way grander scale. And it's a lot, it's amazing, and it all exists in this one plane of existence. Do you see my vision? And there's currently, as the time of recording this video, Ambessa being the last champion released, there's over 150 champions, most of them with their own stories, and lore and relationships that some might link to other champions and that are on their own journey. Some are wandering vagabonds, and some are hardened warriors, some are immortal celestial gods, and some are just wanting to live in peace. You see how crazy that is? All in Runeterra. Do you see my fucking vision? All these champions having their own iconic designs and their own music. and their own art, and it's beautiful. Each champs having their own arts and music and splash art and I love human art. I truly do just love human art. And the details that go into each of these art pieces, as magnificently put by T.S. Skyen, you get rewarded for looking into the details of these paintings. As a dumbass university student, from my heart and soul, that motherfucker was spitting facts, my king, for real. Oh God. My excitement and passion for the world of League of Legends spans so far across the horizon. It's crazy, and it's all thanks to the lore and the music and other wonderful, amazing pieces of art that comes from one of the most toxic game to ever be conceived from the human mind. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Like, okay, I played the game, right? I love the game, actually, weirdly. I do love the game, but I absolutely hate the player base. I love the community, all the things that surround it, but I hate the player base because I guess I'm just the game, man. I just try to do my best in games. I don't flame anyone. I don't talk to anyone in game. I just talk in real life. I don't text in the game because I could not give a But then I do one mistake. I do a horrible play, and then boom, I get flame, and then boom, GGFF. Like, what the? It's not complicated. I guess I'm just the game. But back to the lore. Each of these cities are home to some of the most recognizable champions in the lore. For example, Garen from the city of Demacia, a city that forbidden the use of magic and what the fuck? Actually, I think that's just Novigrad from yeah, Demacia. It's essentially just Novigrad from the Witcher series. Anyways, he's a very important champion in the city, and his ult in the game, when you press his ult, do you remember what he screams when he presses R? When you have low health, that just wins the game. That mention of the lore in the game itself, the voice line that mentions other relationships that have shaped these champions' lives. All voiced in game and barely anyone cares, Lord. Do you see it now? I'm so invested in the world of League of Legends. You know, when I talk about Garen, that was only one out of 140 champions. And that is wow to me. It's been 10 minutes and I haven't even talked about one of the most amazing pieces of animation media of all time. The animation that is, in my opinion, carrying the future of 3D animation. Of course, I'm talking about the magnificent, the fabulous, the masterpiece, Arcane. That topic will be in his own video since there's so much stuff to talk about with Arcane. And as the time I was writing this, I'm still waiting for the rest of season 2. Well, act 2 essentially. So future me, please tell me if it lived up to the hype. I'm crushed. It's beautiful. It's a masterpiece still. For your information, my fucking my tablet background from the series. But yeah, it's from the series. And yeah, video on it soon, hopefully, maybe. But yeah, 10 out of 10 as always. They keep cooking. I still cannot stop gushing over the map of Runeterra and how cool it is. I mean, tell me, what other game has an official dedicated website to the lore of the game, not the fandom wiki ones, although they are doing the God's work for real. I mean, just look at this, man. It is beautiful, and to think of all the hard work that thousands of writers and talented artists that put their heart and soul into these characters, it is unreal. And those characters becoming massively successful brand in themselves, or like becoming successful bands, like music bands. You know, we got KDA, Pentakill, True Damage. Remember that really famous song, Pop Stars? Yeah, that's from League, mother. That's from the group. Kaisa, Evelyn, Akali, Ari, we're not gonna mention Seraphine. Pentakill with Karthus, Mordekaiser, Kayle, Olaf, Sona, and Yorick. God, I miss them so much. True Damage too, man. They got one song. They were done so dirty. I need more, man. Come on, Riot. Bring True Damage back. Get Echo to rap again. Like, come on. Each group having their own theme and songs and skins in the game. It's crazy. Man, I missed out on so many events when I stopped playing League 4, but you know there was a Pentakill event that you get to watch a live stream with like music bands, the songs being played while the characters on screen, like, and then there was a story with Viego and I missed out. I really should get back into it. Should get back into League. That's a sentence I don't think I'm ever going to say that again. But Riot doesn't only have the music and the game. They also got the esports. League of Legends esport is the most successful esport in terms of viewership. And of course, when you think of League esports or just League in general, you think of sweaty gamers playing their games in their mom's attic. No. The face of League of Legends is Faker. The man has been there since the beginning of the sport and has already won his 5th title this year. 5th. That's 5 fingers on one hand. He is the undisputed GOAT. And he's so humble and kind and shy and nervous and bro, he's so me for real, dog. And with each worlds, they are also accompanied by the themes of each world. You know, the songs, the cinematics. We got Star Walking, Legends Never Die, Ignite, Rise, and the Worlds Collide. That is so step upon. You don't understand how that is so good, alright? And of course, they are all absolute bangers. And also, the cinematics that accompany these amazing tracks are on a different level. The call, still here. Chills every time I watch them. Even tears were shed. You know why? I was like crying watching these things. You know why? Because of the lore. They were including the stories that were happening in the world of Runeterra into these lore. And the champions from the cinematic that are in the lore are also playable champions in the game that are being played live on a grand event played by professionals who would make amazing plays and one of the most holy moments in League esports. Like, you see, I'm not script. That was not on script. I'm just improv. I love it. The cohesion between the world of Runeterra and the game just makes me speechless. Also, there's multiple games that ties into the lore and world building of League, like Legends of Runeterra, for example. God, they were done so dirty. The card game that is solely responsible for dropping so much lore into the game when there was a lore drought for so long, right? Essentially, Legends of Runeterra, they released decks, and these decks have descriptions and informations about these specific characters and champions, and they also include some of the other minor characters that are not in the game of League of Legends but are in the world of Runeterra. And that's what makes the game so good, because of the lore. All of Riot Forge games essentially. God damn. Rest in peace, Riot Forge Studios. You guys were amazing. Getting shut down like that, I was so sad for so many people losing their jobs and not being able to, you know, express their creativity. But I do hope that, and if any of the Riot employees who were laid off or watching this, I sincerely hope that you guys find a place where you can still spread your creativity to the world for us to see. Thank you so much for your work on Riot Games. As Nicky Boy, one of the League YouTubers, once said, League is not just a game anymore. It's a world. It's the stories, the love and passion from the fans. It's the creators. It's the music. Arcane. Of course, the game still has to keep going for financial reasons side of everything, including the massive esports team. I just make this video to yap about League, alright? And if you want to know more about the lore of League, go watch Necrit. You want to know more about the esports, go watch GBay99. He makes very good documentaries about esports stories and stuff, and Myth as well. Also, very enjoyable YouTuber to watch for League content, and of course all of them are linked in the descriptions. So in conclusion, I love League of Legends. But here's the thing that it's really been bugging me. You know, when I wrote this video, essentially I was thinking to just talk about my love for the external stuff from the game of League of Legends, you know, all the the lore, like the things that I've already mentioned in this video. But looking back and really thinking into the content of this video, I think that I do still love the game. As the player base are, the gameplay is so fun and addictive. But oh my god, the monetization that is happening in League itself, like the gacha system, the sanctum. I just dodge murdering waves, alright? I stopped playing Genshin, and then now I have to roll to get skins in a game on one of my favorite character, Jinx, and you made a completely new tier to promote the skin line, not the skin line, but just the gacha system. The Domus made a very good video on explaining the shitty side of the monetization gacha system of League of Legends, and my goodness, it is sad to see. And recently I've been watching ASAP, on all the and Baus, and watching Kadro's team going into the esports scene. I still think and I still respect the game as a very important piece in the ecosystem of League of Legends. I can't talk too much in the game, the game was so the Legends of Runeterra, or Runeterra itself, would not exist if it wasn't for the writers and the artists and everyone else, every creative people who have worked on the world and the lore of it. But that wouldn't exist if there weren't the game designers, the artists who also made the game itself, And it's a very conflicting world. It doesn't have to be conflicting, that's the thing. It can coexist in the same place. But with the recent rework of Victor, in my opinion, they're changing the lore again, very fast, with the success of Arcane. And by all means, Arcane is probably my favorite thing to watch, and probably one of my favorite things in my life that I have experienced. But the thing is, the lore of Arcane and the lore of League of Legends is not the same. It is kind of the same, but it's not, because they removed so many things and they added so many things that kind of retcon the entire thing that happened in Runeterra, and that is very weird to me. I understand now why people were so against the idea of Arcane being canon, and it is sad to see, because with how Arcane ended, there's a lot of champions in the game whose lore was just kind of brushed aside, even though they are important in the city that Arcane is taking place in. And yeah, it's a flip-floppity thing. I just hope that the lore can fit Arcane and not be as contrasting or different. I'm asking for a miracle here, alright? I'm literally asking for the gods to part the heavens, but I have a hope, and I do feel that it can happen. That the lore and the game and the show and everything else can coexist in a place where it's still connected in a way that is rewarding for everyone who's involved with League of Legends. Well, I cannot be too harsh on the game, because if there were no League of Legends, there would have been no Runeterra, there would have been no Arcane, there would have been no lore, and there wouldn't have been so many beautiful songs and arts that have made the game what it is today, or made the ecosystem or the world of League of Legends the way that it is today. Thank you to all the artists and the writers and every creative people, designers, game designers, playtesters, composers, everyone who has worked on League of Legends. I sincerely thank you. As a fan of League of Legends since 2014, I was a kid, a damn young kid. I'm still a kid now. Yeah, when I played League, the first thing that gravitated me towards it was Pantheon. And I sincerely and still love Pantheon. He's my favorite champion, and that's from the work of you guys. You guys, as in the artists, the rework that made him so much cooler. Back then Pantheon looked so weird, man. He looked like a generic Spartan, but now he looks like an actual celestial aspect of war. And the stories and the lore, the short stories that go into these champions, flesh out their characters so much more. And the thing is, in the game, you just see them on the map playing. You don't get to be with them up close. You don't get to see them in scale. Not yet. There's the MMO that I'm waiting for. But yeah, it's just the fact that so many people were able to make these characters to breathe life into these champions. And it's crazy. That's why I love League of Legends. That's why I love art so much, and the esports team and the esports itself. I also very much enjoy watching it. I play the game as well, but I'm a soft. I do something bad, I just mute the chat, because I know they're gonna flame me for doing something bad, because it's cycle of life or whatever. But I can still very much appreciate people playing League of Legends and loving the game and enjoying the lore and reading up and listening to the music and just enjoying League of Legends in general. I hope the future of League is as bright and as beautiful as Aurelian's soul in the sky. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video and the end of my yapping. But yeah, hoping y'all have a great day and happy early new year. Go enjoy League of Legends. Play the game, but don't be too deep into it, just enjoy. Don't be so attached to the bad things they say. It's typical gamer stuff, But yeah, go enjoy the game. Go watch Arcane. Go watch Arcane. Go watch Arcane. Go watch Arcane.